on my way to leave a candle to La Virgen de Guadalupe that we have here at this church in honor of Pope Francis' death. I think they start novenario. I don't know how to say that in English, but it's like a 9-day prayer. I think they started yesterday, and I meant to light this candle yesterday. But anyway, I'm here now. It's the following day, so this will be the 3rd day that Pope Francis has passed. But I really haven't been practicing my Catholic faith in over 3-4 years. It's been a while. I've been in the process of like recreating my beliefs, and again, I'm at a point where I'm putting everything I've learned and everything I believe in into practice. And I believe in La Virgen de Guadalupe, and you know, Pope Francis is obviously a very big deal in our faith. So I'm just gonna leave this in honor of him here. I just wanted to record this little magical practice. I am deciding to continue by lighting this candle, setting my intention that La Virgen de Guadalupe, you know, takes care of Pope Francis, which he's already had a dozen prayers. He already has a dozen prayers going his way, but I'm just gonna light this candle and let it burn in honor of him, okay? I don't know what else. Again, I haven't been practicing my Catholic faith for 3 to 4 years, so I don't really know what else to do besides, you know, praying a rosary, doing Our Father, what's it called, what is it called? I had to move because everybody's coming out of mass, and some people look like they wanted to go see Virgin Mary. So anyway, I meant like praying the Divine Mercy Chaplet rosary. So I think I'm gonna do that and light this candle. So yeah. I think I'm still like finding myself in my practice, because that felt a little strange, but only because I haven't been practicing for so long, and when I was a very devoted practitioner, I was like in a state of grace, I guess. Like, just I would fast a lot. I would go to confession like once every 2 weeks, or like I was just like on it all the time, just living for God all the time, and it's not like that anymore. But only because I believe in so many more things that in our faith you're not really allowed to partake in. I think that's the only reason why I've kind of like had to drift away a little bit, but not because I don't believe, but just, like it just, if this is frowned upon, then I can't say I'm a legit practicing Catholic. I don't know if that makes sense. If any of y'all understand what I'm saying, just let me know. I'm trying to make it make sense, but yeah. I still believe it's just kind of that like weird feeling of like I feel like I shouldn't be here, or like like it just, the vibes are not the same. I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say, because I don't want to get too deep into that conversation. I can save that for another video if anybody's interested, but yeah, just trying to figure out how to practice everything I believe in together, and it's pretty chaotic. So I have been since December. We're in April right now, but since December, January, February, March, April, I I have made my own calendar. I made my own 13-month lunar calendar, and every month is named specific according to what the intention of the month is, whether it's renewal, stillness, and awakening. I created this calendar with the help of the ChatGPT app. This personalized calendar was made specifically for the timing that I wanted to live according to. So I started my calendar during March, which is the time of the spring equinox, but also it happens to be the time of my birthday. And so I thought it was kind of cool, because just like the earth during the spring equinox, new life would be flourishing, and so would I. And also thought this would be perfect because during like those ancient biblical times, time was said to start during the spring equinox as well. I don't know, I kind of enjoyed how all of those synchronicities kind of were matching, so I like to start my calendar during March. I believe that that is when the new year should start, instead of like December and January when it's cold and there's stillness and people aren't really like full of life. Nobody's feeling full of life. Everybody is kind of more wanting to feel like they should be resting and should be still and reflecting and preparing for what's coming. You should definitely look it up if you haven't looked into the differences between the Gregorian calendar and the 13-month lunar calendar. It's very interesting how we have deviated from what is actually natural for us, especially women. So definitely check it out also. And I get all my pictures from Pinterest, because again, these calendars are just personal for me, to kind of keep track of the new moon, the full moon, and also use it for my grimoire, my spell book. And every little paragraph I put into those comes from this website called Spells 8. I should definitely check them out. It's super cool. They have so much information that I honestly sometimes I they have printables, and I also have those for my little grimoires and spell books, and they have a lot of fun resources I should definitely check out, including a community, and it's really fun too. That's definitely how I kind of got introduced into this magical practice. It kind of like, I'm a nerd, and so the way Spells 8 laid everything out was perfect for me. I loved all the resources they had, so definitely check them out. Bro, I love the sound of birds, but I saw this meme that was like humans relaxing to the sound of birds. Like, I don't even know. If I find it, I'll put it here because that was so funny. And so now every time I hear birds, that's all I think about. Or there's just like memes where, I don't know. I'll try to find some and put them here to describe what I'm talking about, but it's just so funny. Like, I'm just picturing the birds being like, oh my god, did you see what Bertha said today? Or like, did you see Gregory's mating dance to Bethany? Oh my god. Like, just like the birds are gossiping and I'm over here like, like, it's so peaceful and beautiful, and they're over there just talking shit. But anyway, I finally made an update to that calendar, which is I just made the calendar for March and April, but now that calendar ends on April 20th, and now I need to start one from April 21st to May whatever. But that's Beltane, and that's what we're in now, and I'm so excited because I freaking love Beltane. But we oh, okay, that's why I started recording, because I wanted to reflect, because that's what I do. And while I follow the seasons, right, I reflect on the season. So we just had Ostara, which you're celebrating rebirth, you're celebrating revival of new life. And I read, and I put it in the calendar, all the information. I don't really have a lot of time to like sit there and write everything by hand and create a lovely poem and create my own art, so I just copy and paste the stuff that vibes with me. So I grab pictures from Pinterest, I grab all the information I want on there from Spells 8, which is a website that y'all should check out. It's super cool. But I usually get all that information and I just put it all there just so I can, be creating my grimoire, my spell book. Who are you yelling at? Who are you calling for? Oh. Anyway, it said how that doesn't just have to apply like the rebirth of life, the rebirth of like animals and stuff like that, that it could be a rebirth in your beliefs or new practices that you're putting in place. And it's so funny because I literally just made a video of like me doing something I'm not used to doing anymore, so I'm like so out of practice in my Catholic faith. But I just thought that's interesting that I am literally in tune with nature right now, where I am putting new life into these practices. The wind, my bangs are just like at this awkward length where they can't be placed behind my ear. Anyway, I'm just in sync. Like, it's a time to celebrate new beginnings, rebirth, growth. And I feel like that's what's happening to me right now. Is just I'm growing in my practice. I'm growing in my new beliefs. There's this new birth inside of me that's like happening and transitioning out, and I'm pretty excited, and I'm so excited for Beltane. Anyway, that's all I had to say. I'm not trying to make this a long chat, and I gotta pee and I'm hungry, so, and I want to work on the second calendar, and I still gotta work. So, love ya. I'll update y'all soon.